Imagine you're on the brink of achieving your biggest goal, the summit of your personal Everest, right in front of you. But there's a voice, that relentless critic within, questioning every move you make, casting doubt on every decision. It's the voice of perfectionism. Now, what if I told you we can actually flip the script? Transform that voice from your harshest critic to your most powerful motivator, guiding you to success and precision with confidence. Let's explore how to make perfectionism work for you, not against you. Welcome to the Self-Reflections podcast. I'm your host, Klaudia. My own dance with perfectionism has been both a curse and a catalyst. From the outside, my relentless pursuit of excellence has often been praised or admired. Yet it's a path fraught with burnout and sometimes self-doubt. I've learnt the hard way, at times, that the key isn't to discard our high standards, but to wield them with intention and grace. In today's episode, we delve into the enigma of perfectionism. Today, we're not just unpacking the challenges, we're redefining the actual narrative we hear. Our journey will guide us through the tightrope of high standards, exploring how to master the art of perfectionism without falling prey to its pitfalls. Stay with me as I unveil strategies to transform perfectionism from a daunting adversary into a powerful ally in your quest for success. As we gear up to tackle the intricacies of perfectionism and chart a course towards leveraging it for our success, I want to point you towards some tools that could serve as a compass. In the description below, you'll find a link to our free growth mindset guide. It's packed with insights and strategies to help you navigate the challenges we'll discuss today and beyond. And for those ready to dive even deeper, keep an ear out till the end of this episode. I'll be sharing an exclusive offer for our comprehensive online course, Cut the BS and Grow. This course is designed to arm you with the skills to turn your high standards into an actual superpower. Now let's embark on this journey together. Unpacking perfectionism. Perfectionism often gets a bad rep, conjuring images of endless striving and inevitable disappointment. Yet at its core, perfectionism embodies a deep drive for excellence and improvement. Today, we're diving deep into its complex trait to understand its nuances and how, when harnessed correctly, it can actually be a formidable force for personal and professional growth. Perfectionism isn't just about being neat or orderly. It's a multifaceted personality trait characterized by high performance standards accompanied by critical self-evaluations and concerns regarding others' evaluations. However, it's crucial to differentiate between the aspiration for excellence, which is a positive, motivational force, and the crippling pursuit of unattainable flawlessness, a path paved with stress and, unfortunately, dissatisfaction. Imagine perfectionism as a spectrum. On one end, we have adaptive perfectionism, which fuels ambition, meticulous attention to detail, and the resilience to persevere through challenges. Adaptive perfectionists use high standards as a guide, not a noose, allowing room for mistakes and viewing them as learning opportunities. On the opposite end lies maladaptive perfectionism, where the fear of failure and making mistakes becomes absolutely paralyzing, where nothing ever feels good enough, leading to procrastination, avoidance, and a host of mental health issues like anxiety and depression. For example, consider an artist. An adaptive perfectionist might spend extra hours refining their work, satisfied with their growth and learning from the process. In contrast, a maladaptive perfectionist might never consider their piece finished, constantly finding flaws and eventually becoming way too frustrated to continue. Perfectionism roots often trace back to early life experiences. I know mine did. Factors like parental expectations, societal pressure, and personal experiences of reward and punishment can all contribute to developing perfectionistic tendencies. Research, including insights from Brené Brown, suggests that perfectionism can also stem from a deep-seated fear of vulnerability, where individuals use it as a shield to protect against judgment, blame, and shame. The work of psychologists like Gordon Flett and Paul Hewitt further delves into the multifaceted nature of perfectionism, suggesting dimensions such as self-orientated, other-orientated, and socially prescribed perfectionism, each with unique impacts on an individual's psyche and behaviour. In understanding the full scope of perfectionism, it becomes clear that it's not merely a trait to be eradicated, but a complex characteristic to be navigated. The key lies in recognizing when our drive for perfection is propelling us forward and when it's actually holding us back, a distinction that can make all the difference in our personal and professional lives. In our next segment, we'll explore the double-edged sword of high standards, examining how to cherish and maintain the benefits while mitigating the potential drawbacks of perfectionism. Stay tuned as we'll continue to unravel the intricacies of harnessing perfectionism for your success. The high cost of unrelenting standards. While striving for excellence propels us to great heights, unrelenting standards, the hallmark of maladaptive perfectionism, can have profound costs. The pursuit of an elusive perfect can lead us down a path fraught with emotional turmoil, diminished performance, and strained relationships. Understanding these consequences is crucial for recognizing when our drive for perfection might be crossing into harmful territory. The emotional toll. The relentless pursuit of perfection often comes at a significant emotional cost. Anxiety, stress, and even burnout are common companions of unyielding standards. In a previous episode, we delved deep into these topics, unraveling how chronic stress and anxiety could erode our mental health and well-being. The constant pressure to meet impossible standards can trigger a perpetual state of stress, keeping our bodies in a heightened state of alertness akin to being perpetually chased by an invisible predator. This sustained stress response can lead to burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion characterized by a lack of accomplishment and loss of personal identity. Scientific studies like those conducted by psychologist Thomas Curran and Andrew Hill in their 2019 research on perfectionism and burnout showed a clear link between rising perfectionism in society and increased rates of burnout, particularly among younger generations. The implications are stark. As we push harder towards perfection, we're paradoxically moving further away from our goals, trapped in a cycle of stress and dissatisfaction. The performance impact. Intuitively, we might assume that higher standards leads to better outcomes. However, when perfectionism takes the driver's seat, the opposite can actually be true. The fear of failure and making mistakes can become so overwhelming that it stifles initiative and creativity. A study published in the Journal of Psychological Bulletin revealed that perfectionism correlates with procrastination, directly contradicting the belief that perfectionists are more productive. Moreover, the rigid mindset of a maladaptive perfectionist leaves little room for flexibility and adaptability, requiring for creative problem solving. In the world of art, science, and innovation, where breakthroughs often come from unexpected mistakes and serendipitous accidents, a perfectionist mindset can be a significant barrier to discovery and progress. The relational strain. Perfectionism doesn't just affect the individual, it ripples out, influencing their interactions and relationships. In personal relationships, the perfectionist's constant critique and high expectations can create an environment of tension and dissatisfaction, eroding the foundations of trust and intimacy. Professionally, this can manifest as micromanaging behavior or an inability to delegate, stemming from a belief that no one else can meet their high standards. This not only strains the team dynamics, but can also hinder the perfectionist leadership and mentorship potential. Psychologists Hewitt and Flett have highlighted the social dimensions of perfectionism, including socially prescribed perfectionism, where individuals believe their worth is contingent upon meeting external expectations. This belief system can lead to a profound sense of isolation and disconnection, as the perfectionist strives to project an image of flawlessness at the cost of authentic connections. In sum, the consequences of unrelenting standards are multifaceted and far-reaching, affecting our emotional well-being, our performance, and our relationships. As we continue, we'll explore how to recognize and mitigate these effects, striving for balance that honors our drive for excellence without succumbing to the pitfalls of perfectionism. Stay tuned for strategies to manage perfectionism and integrate healthier standards into daily life. Breaking down the myths. Perfectionism is shrouded in a myriad of myths that often glorify its impact while downplaying its pitfalls. It's crucial to dismantle these misconceptions to foster a healthier understanding and approach towards achieving excellence. Let's explore some common misconceptions. One of the most pervasive myths is that perfectionism is synonymous with success. Society often praises those with meticulous attention to detail and an unwavering commitment to excellence, painting a picture where perfectionism is the only route to achieving outstanding results. Another common fallacy is that perfectionism solely drives quality work, suggesting that without it, mediocrity prevails. Additionally, there's a misconception that perfectionism is a strong form of diligence and conscientiousness, ignoring its obsessive and self-critical dimensions. These myths not only misinterpret perfectionism, but only contribute to its romanticization, ignoring the underlying stress and anxiety it often brings. Let's do a reality check. Research and evidence consistently challenge these myths, revealing a more nuanced picture of perfectionism. A landmark study by psychologist Thomas Greenspon debunked the idea that perfectionism equates to higher achievement. Greenspon found that perfectionism, particularly its maladaptive form, correlates more with fear of failure and procrastination than with higher productivity or success. Furthermore, Brené Brown's research on vulnerability and shame illustrates that the quest for perfectionism is often a defense mechanism against vulnerability. Brown's work underscores that embracing imperfection and vulnerability can lead to more genuine connections and creativity, challenging the notion that perfectionism is the only path to excellence. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology by Strober and Childs explored the relationship between perfectionism and task performance. Contrary to the myth that perfectionism always leads to superior outcomes, their findings suggest that stress and anxiety associated with perfectionism can impair performance, particularly in tasks requiring creativity and adaptability. Moreover, the differentiation between adaptive and maladaptive perfectionism in psychological literature highlights that not all forms of high standard setting are detrimental. Adaptive perfectionism, characterized by striving for excellence while maintaining resilience in the face of setbacks, contrasts sharply with maladaptive perfectionism's harsh self-criticism and fear of failure. In debunking these myths, it becomes evident that perfectionism is not a monolithic trait with universally positive outcomes. Recognizing the multifaceted nature of perfectionism is the first step towards cultivating a healthier approach to personal and professional development, one that values progress, learning, and resilience over flawless execution. As we move forward, we'll explore strategies to manage and mitigate the impact of perfectionism, paving the way for a more balanced and fulfilling pursuit of excellence. Strategies for transformation. Transforming a deeply ingrained perfectionistic mindset into one that values growth, learning, and resilience is no small feat. It requires a conscientious effort to reframe our perspectives and adopt new practices. Here, we'll explore some strategies that can guide this transformative journey for you. A mindset shift. The journey begins with a fundamental shift in mindset. Rather than viewing perfection as the ultimate goal, we start to appreciate the process of growth and the learnings that come from challenges and even failures. This growth mindset, a concept popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, emphasizes the value of persistence, effort, and a willingness to learn from mistakes. Remember, if you're looking for a comprehensive guide to cultivate this mindset, our free growth mindset guide is available in the description below, and it can be a valuable resource on your journey. Practical techniques. Setting realistic goals. Begin by setting achievable goals that challenge you, but are within reach. Break down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Celebrate each milestone, recognizing that progress, not perfection, obviously, is the aim. Practicing self-compassion. Practice being kind to yourself. Acknowledge that being overly critical can be counterproductive. When you notice the inner critic getting loud, try to counteract it with self-compassion. Remind yourself that mistakes are part of learning and growth. Reframing thoughts. Use cognitive behavioral strategies to challenge and reframe perfectionistic thinking. When you catch yourself having all or nothing thoughts, try to find more balanced and realistic perspectives. Mindfulness and acceptance. Incorporate mindfulness practices to stay present and accept things as they are, without judgment. Mindfulness can help you become more aware of perfectionistic tendencies as they arise and choose how to respond to them. Let's explore some long-term practices. Developing daily routines that reinforce a balanced approach to setting and achieving goals can be incredibly beneficial. These might include regular reflection. Take time each day or week to reflect on your experiences, what you've learned, and how you've grown. This can help solidify the mindset shift and integrate the lessons learnt. Seeking feedback. Constructively seeking and receiving feedback can be a powerful tool for growth. It can help you see where there's room for improvement without falling into the trap of self-criticism. Maintaining physical and mental well-being. Ensure that you're taking care of your physical health through exercise, adequate rest, and nutrition, and your mental health through stress reduction practices and hobbies that actually bring you joy. Continuous learning. Commit to lifelong learning, whether through formal education, personal reading, or new experiences. Embracing new challenges can help counteract stagnation and the feeling of never being enough. For those who find shifting from a perfectionism to a growth mindset challenging, our Cut the BS and Grow a Growth Mindset course might be the next step for you. This course is designed to provide you with the tools and strategies to embrace growth, overcome setbacks, and thrive in both personal and professional realms. Find the link in the description below and start your transformative journey today. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate high standards, but to align them with a healthier, more sustainable approach to success. By adopting these strategies and committing to long-term practices, we can harness the power of our ambitions without falling prey to the pitfalls of perfectionism. Embracing imperfection. The journey towards excellence need not be marred by the relentless pursuit of perfection. Embracing imperfection not only liberates us from the chains of unattainable standards, but also opens the door for genuine growth and fulfillment. This section delves into the transformative power of vulnerability and shares inspiring stories of those who've turned their imperfections into stepping stones for success. The power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often misconstrued as a sign of weakness, yet it is the very essence of courage and strength. By acknowledging and sharing our imperfections, we foster deeper connections, both with ourselves and others. It's in the moments of vulnerability that we find empathy, compassion, and the common thread of humanity that binds us all. Brené Brown's research on vulnerability underscores this, revealing that embracing our flaws can lead to richer, more authentic lives. Let's explore some success stories. I have had the pleasure of working with countless individuals who have walked the tightrope between perfectionism and excellence, finding a harmonious balance that celebrates imperfection. I have had clients that were crippled with perfectionism and had difficulty balancing that out. I've heard narratives abound of people who, once shackled by the need for flawlessness, learned to accept and even celebrate their imperfections. I know it takes time, but it happens. These stories often share a common theme, the realization that perfection is an illusion and that true growth stems from responses to imperfections. Let me share a personal journey. My own story mirrors this transformation. The relentless pursuit of perfection often left me grappling with burnout, and for a period there, I had a debilitating skin condition exacerbated by stress. Probably it was over a year that I suffered with it. Conventional treatments offered little relief, prompting a radical reassessment of my priorities and approach to life. The ocean became my sanctuary, offering both literal and metaphorical immersion into a space of healing and reflection. This marked the beginning of a profound shift towards embracing life's ebbs and flows, recognizing the futility of clinging to unobtainable ideas. The pivotal moment came with the realization that the relentless drive for perfection was a disservice to myself. It wasn't just about relinquishing control, but about redefining what truly mattered. I embraced mindfulness, finding joy in the simplest moments, a serene morning by the ocean, an uninhibited laughter shared with loved ones, the thrill of adventure, and the warmth of genuine connections. These experiences, once overshadowed by the looming shadow of perfectionism, now took center stage, enriching my life in ways I had never anticipated. This journey was far from a solitary endeavor. It was a tapestry woven with stories from those who had tread this path before me, each thread a testament to the resilience of us as humans in this human experience. Their narratives, coupled with my own, serve as a beacon for anyone navigating the turbulent waters of perfectionism. Embracing imperfection isn't about lowering standards or embracing mediocrity. It's about acknowledging our humanity, recognizing that each stumble and misstep is an integral part of our story. It's in these messy, unfiltered moments of life that we find our truest selves, learning that the pursuit of excellence need not be at the expense of our well-being. As we conclude this segment, I invite you to reflect on your own journey with perfectionism. Consider the moments when imperfection opened the door to unexpected opportunities, deeper connections, and maybe a richer, more authentic life. Let these reflections be a reminder that the tapestry of life, it's in the imperfections that add depth, character, and true joy. As we wrap up this journey through the landscape of perfectionism, it's time to reflect, engage, and envision the path forward. This final segment is an amalgamation of reflection, empowerment, and an invitation to continue this vital conversation beyond the confines of this episode. Reflect on your dance with perfectionism. How has it shaped your journey, both the strides forward and the stumbles? Ponder on moments when perfectionism propelled you and times it may have held you back. I invite you to share your narrative in the comments or through social media. Your strategies, stories, and even your struggles offer immense value, providing solace and guidance to others on a similar path. Tell us, how have you navigated the tightrope of high standards? What lessons have you gotten from embracing imperfection? Share in the comments below. Today, we've delved into the heart of perfectionism, distinguishing between its adaptive and maladaptive forms, and explored strategies for nurturing a healthier relationship with our aspirations. The takeaway? Strive for excellence, but remember, the true richness of life lies in the journey, not the destination. Let's carry forward the mantra that progress, not perfection, paves the way to fulfillment. In the beautifully flawed tapestry of life, each imperfection adds depth and character. Embrace these nuances, for they are what make your story uniquely yours. Join the conversation on our social platforms and in the comments below. What's one step you've taken towards embracing imperfection? How has it transformed your perspective? Let's foster a community dialogue that celebrates growth and resilience in the face of imperfection. Ready for a deeper dive? Download our free Mindset Evolution Guide from the link in the description below. It's a treasure trove of insights, quizzes, and strategies designed to fortify your journey towards a growth mindset. Check out our growth mindset course, Cut the BS and Grow, in the description below. If you're looking for a structured path to break free from the shackles of perfectionism, consider enrolling in that course. Use our special discount code in the description and embark on a transformative journey towards embracing your true potential. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of perfectionism. Your willingness to reflect, share, and engage not only enriches your journey, but also lights the way for others. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, it's the imperfections that weave the most compelling stories. Here's to writing yours with courage, compassion, and a hearty embrace of every beautifully imperfect moment. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. I'm Klaudia. Welcome to the Self Reflections Podcast.